Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over history over what happened in central London and my job as an accountant. I started working in central London amidst a lot of hate. People were socially judging me in central London because I wasn't a stereotype and I was in a relationship with my long-term girlfriend Martha Toish for 6 years, maybe 4 or 5 years at the time. They proceeded to fuck my girlfriend, blackball me, spread rumors about me, and create a whole website and blog or adapt it to the Facebook group Slipping and the website that Surgeon Patel from the NHS had made. Now, contrary to popular belief, I did not actually consciously murder those people in central London and torture them. I did not. It wasn't conscious. To me, it was just a dream. I had, in fact, gone to mental health to state that, look, the behavior I'm perceiving isn't normal. I'm not sure if it's real, which is how I got into mental health. And the people at Central London have just blackballed me and made my life a living hell. They've contacted the police, judges, all kinds of people they have links to that have stopped me from getting a real job. Now, I'm a good accountant and I do my job well. Because of my chronic disease, I now have to smoke weed. These people in Central London are so scared of what they've done that they are researching me in depth, using whatever resources and means they can get their hands on to manipulate and fool me to provide them with information, just so that they can defend themselves and not be found guilty. But they are, and the terrors will come to central London again. The terrors will come to central London again. Because I've got survivor's guilt. So that basically means that I think it's my fault instead of the oppressor's fault. So the people who are oppressing me, I think it's not their fault. And I think it's my fault. And I'm trying to work with them and it's not working. And that's just an unfeasible thing because they're under the belief that they're in the right. And even though they know they're wrong, they're under the belief that they're in the right. So they're going about like they're in the right. Why you don't want to hire a good accountant, I don't know. Why you don't want to hire a good accountant, I don't know. I've never done anything wrong to you guys in central London. I wasn't consciously doing anything wrong to you. All those accidents that happened were out of my control and you know what you were doing. You were trying to kill me. Yeah, you were trying to kill me. You were trying to rush me. And you were trying to take me for an absolute dickhead. Now it's turned out that that hasn't worked. You've blackballed me. Like, all you need to do is contact Vision FR, Handle, or Source Recruitment if you're a good company. And something can work. But here's the problem when you're dealing with a recruitment agency. The companies can say what they want and make themselves look as good as they want. They say, yeah, but the smell of weed, it's legal CBD. That's all you need to know, it's legal CBD. And you can't even smell the weed and you're liars. Because I've got a keener sense of smell than you because some of you lot stink to me. Yeah, some of you lot stink to me, so I've got a keener smell than you, so you cannot smell the weed and the weed is not that strong. But you are persistent liars and you work in shifts to contact me, but you're not willing to have a normal conversation. So I fell into mental health because I could not believe that the behavior that I was experiencing in the accountancy was real. They were laughing at me constantly, the whole room. They had private group chat and they were just typing away and laughing at me. And when I tried to do something about it, they said it was all in my head and that I think that they're bullying that they're bullying me and that's not the case. Because of the behavior that Shola and the rest of the Oguntokens had displayed, I thought it might have been in my genetic predisposition to be a bit to see things that weren't there, or to take things the wrong way. And because of that, I went into mental health, and I said, look, I believe these people are stalking me, but I have no proof. And they were like, why would everyone do all of this to you? What makes you so special? Do you have a narcissistic complex? I just think it's wrong that I'm an accountant. I worked hard to get my degree under the most adverse circumstances. It wasn't easy, and to be blackballed for over 10 years by a media industry that was in the wrong is unbelievable to me. And it just feels like no one wants to see a successful black accountant, a successful, good-looking black accountant who's sociable, and can get any girl they want. Because then, if I was an accountant, I would have the money to live the lifestyle of partying that I want. And they don't want to give me that, even after 10 years, even after them being in the wrong. All Central London wants is information. And there are loads of posers in Central London. And I had the unfortunate luck of working in the British Silicon Valley, which was Old Street at the time. And they completely and utterly just screwed me over. Until this day, anytime I work, they say what I do isn't good enough. They say what I do isn't good enough and that I can't get the job done, and that's what they imply. Even though I'm better at it than them, I can do data migration and locate an overpayment or a double payment. And these people don't appreciate the work that I do, and they're so fake and two-faced. I thought, because the terrors had already happened in central London before, that they had learnt their lesson and they were just scared of the consequences. But it's not the case. They're just really fake there, and they were having a lot of group sex. Yeah, taking a lot of credit for the romantic endeavours I was doing. And they're very fake. They're very fake. I think it's unethical that you would say someone needs to get somewhere in life and do something constructive, and they're already an accountant who you deem to be insane, so you could get away with bullying and bullying them. And you affected their whole life, and still you're not giving them the opportunity, and you're blackballing them. And I'm being blackballed. I'm being blackballed, because with my CV I should be able to get a job like that. But that's not the case. And it's hard to see people returning to work and dressing up in suits and doing all of this and that. And I'm already an accountant with 6 years of experience and a degree. I've done voluntary work. I own my own company. I've done all this and that. And still it's not good enough, even after everything that they've done to me. I mean, how can you say someone went to an insane asylum because of your behavior, and now they're out and they're steady on their feet again? You're not gonna help redeem yourselves by giving them a fair chance. A lot of people in central London are suspicious of me and have an attitude, especially these older white men in suits who was boying it back in the day. And they think that because of their skepticism and it being me, oh, look, it's him. They think talk gully slang and this and that. And they're just ridiculous because they're such pricks and ponces. But it's wrong that I had to go to an insane asylum because of their behavior. Until this day, they still don't publicly acknowledge the wrongdoing that they've done. And they don't make up for it in any way. In fact, they continue with that behavior, and they've been blackballing me for 10 years because they were bullying me and wouldn't admit it at work. And they told celebrities and powerful people so that they'd get away with it, which is how the police got involved.